Well, the off week is behind you. You're entering your first conference game, all college. You guys have seen them before. What are your thoughts?
It's exciting. We've worked a long time and really hard to get in the league, and now it's starting. And it's against a top 10 team on the road, so it's a great opportunity. And it's kind of nice to be able to peel back the onion and really evaluate where we are after 8 games and what we need to work on, what we did well. And what we need to apply moving forward to have success. So the off week came at a perfect time, and now it's a new season. Heading into conference play, everybody's in first place as of today, and hopefully we stay there after the weekend.
Where do you feel you guys are? What are the pros and cons after your first
Well, there's some really, really good pros. We're a great possession team. We pretty much outpossessed everybody that we played. When you're outpossessing somebody and you're as bad as we've been at the faceoff dot, that says a lot. So if we can improve our efficiency at the faceoff dot, which is a huge focus the last 2 weeks, possession time will go up even more. And we're getting out of our zone very well. Our breakouts are our top 5 in the country analytically. Our zone entries are really good. We need to be way better at the face-off dot, and we need to get to dirty areas. We've got to get to the inside of the offensive zone and not rely on skill so much as will. And it's cliche, but it's true. But that's really the only thing we're missing is finishing opportunities, and we got to get in goalie's eyes. We got to get the blue paint. It's got to get more bodies in the net. Defensively, we're very sound in a lot of different areas. We're spending a lot less time in our D zone than the O zone. And we've had a tough schedule, 6 out of 8 on the road. So there's a lot to be excited about, and there's a little to clean up. It's going to get us over the hump, and hopefully the work we've put in the last 10 days of not having games will do that.
Is there anything specific you guys worked on over the break in practice?
Yeah, obviously just touches and trying to score more. Polishing up all the areas that we feel like we're excelling in is important, so we can stay good at that. But yeah, we've got to find a way to put the puck in the net, and we've ran into incredibly good goaltending the last 6 games. The kid at Northern was incredible. Both Michigan goalies were very good, and both Providence goalies were the best kids on the ice both nights. So it's not like we're not generating, against really good teams in tough situations. We gotta find a way to finish, and the best way to do it is to get in goalies' eyes and make them move a little bit, and it doesn't get any easier this weekend. You got Caden and Burko, who's arguably the best goalie in college hockey, according to a lot of people, that we get a shot at this weekend.
What is it specifically about face-offs? Is it just a timing thing? Is it just trying to get guys to college hockey level?
It's just compete. It's just being face-off ready. It's face-offs are not just on centers. Face-offs are just as much on the wingers as they are on the centers. You have to be face-off ready. You have to have a plan. You have to know what you're going to do on a loss and a win. And it's a 50-50 battle for all the guys at the dot. So on partial wins or partial losses, we need our wingers to do a better job. And get us more possession. And so it's been a lot of work on that, a lot of video on that. Showing a team like Winnipeg, who's the top face-off team in the NHL, and it's translated into the best record in the NHL. So you can generate opportunities in the O zone off of losses. You just have to have a plan to do it.
Coach, how do you look at CC as a program, kind of compared to you guys? New building, great coach, and also the NCHC. What do you expect from them this week?
Well, we played them a lot through the years, so it's nothing that we're not prepared for or haven't done in the past. So they're really good. They're undefeated. They're top 10. They don't really have many holes. They've improved even from last year, and they were good last year. So we understand how difficult it's going to be to go in, but we're confident, and we think we can go in and have success.
Talk about competing and really staying true to yourself throughout the season, regardless of conference or independent. But has there been any shift in approach or mood in the locker room going into now that you're
Yeah, I think it's a different. For us as a program, it's a first, right? And that's kind of the message is, hey, we only have one first game in the NCHC ever, right? And all these guys get the honor and the opportunity to compete in that game, and it's on us to write the script, not to let them dictate how it goes. We need to go in and dictate how this goes, and we have the team that can do it. So it's a great opportunity. Like I said, we only get one, and it's Friday.
It's like you said, possession has been great. It's just the finishing. Has there been a sense of frustration on the bench from the guys to finish? And if so, how have you been able to?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to keep them focused and positive, and I mean, look at Northern Michigan. Possession was almost 70-30 throughout the series, and both games went down to the wire because their goal was incredible. But that's the great equalizer in hockey, right? And our goalies have been very good too. But again, when you're running into hot goaltending, at some point you have to take the bull by the horns and do things that you're not doing in order to have success. And it's simple. It's just getting the dirty areas, paying the price, getting more bodies in the blue paint, and banging some ugly ones home.
Coach, this year we talked about possession a lot throughout all the games so far. Has that been a main thing that you guys worked on over the all season? Said this is one thing that we're going to be really good at.
Yeah, we have a skilled team, and we're deep, and we have some major guys out, right? But and I have through the first 8 games. But the other team can't score when they don't have the puck. It's really that simple. So you want to have the puck as much as you can.
Coach, Colorado College has had a strong recruiting class, and now they're one of the top teams in the NCHC. Are they kind of on a similar trajectory to where you guys see yourselves? It's kind of different timelines.
No, not necessarily. No, I mean, I've got a great amount of respect for their staff. They've done a great job in building up the program in the short time that they've been there, and their goals are probably the same as ours, and it's just start hanging banners in their new arena. But other than that, I don't see too much from a similarity standpoint.
Talk about your power play before that Northern Michigan series and you got one there. What are some areas that you'd like to maybe improve on
It's just making sure that our players understand that good power plays generally fail 80% of the time, right? So it's just staying positive, staying upbeat, getting us momentum. We want every power play opportunity to, at the very least, just get us momentum. You're not going to score, as much as you'd like to. Last year, we had one of the top 10 power plays in the country. It was a little over 26%, so you get a 74% fail rate, right? So you got to accept the fact that you're not going to score every time. It's just getting us momentum and not letting the other team's kill get them momentum. That's the biggest focus that we want our guys to focus on.
Month into the season, what are your thoughts on Colin Potter's play so far?
He's been great. He's playing 2 ways, and I'm really happy with how he's played defensively. He's one of many guys down the middle that we need to be a little bit better at the face-off dot. If there's one area of improvement, that's it. And you're probably going to get that with a 17-year-old playing against big old kids. So we're gonna work on how to help him out in that area. But he's been very good. He's played both ways. He's got 4 points. He could easily have 10. He's hit a bunch of posts. He actually scored against Northern, and the replay system didn't have the angle to overturn it, even though it was in by a foot. So he's done everything we've asked him to do. He's playing a 2-way game, and again, that's I think the biggest reason why he's gone from a B to an A prospect with Central Scouting. It's because teams are seeing he's actually ready for this level. He's ready to contribute and make an impact every shift he has. His possession game's off the charts. The puck just seems to find him, and he's only going to continue to get better.
Coach, you mentioned the injuries. Where do you guys stand injury-wise right now?
In a pretty good spot. I'll know more in a couple days, obviously, of where exactly we're at. Charlie's not ready. I know he's going to be out for sure. He gave it his all against Northern. He's just not ready. So I don't know how long he's going to be out. He'll be out for a while. Cruz isn't back yet. And then TBD on 1 or 2 other guys that are nursing some stuff that happened at Northern. We'll see if they're going to be available probably by Thursday.
Great. I mean, it's always good to have an off weekend for the body. 8 games in too, so obviously guys are feeling a little bit, and it was nice to have a break going into conference play.
Where do you guys kind of view yourself now? It's conference play time, non-con over. Where do you see this team?
I think the first 8 games were good, kind of warm up for the NCHC. I think it's go time now. Obviously it was from the beginning, but kind of got our legs under ourselves and are ready to go.
Was there anything specific that you guys were working on over the break during practice?
Yeah, I think just playing harder, getting to the net front, getting to the dirty areas, kind of playing with a little bit more of a blue-collar mentality. So that's kind of been the main focus over the last 2 weeks.
Colorado College is no stranger to you guys, or no stranger to them. So you kind of expect that in series.
It's going to be a hard-fought series. It's always tough against those guys. We always get into it with them a little bit after the whistles and all that. So, in altitude too, it'll be a hard weekend, but we're really looking forward to it.
What do you see having to be the key if you guys come out split or win this week?
I think just working on the things that we worked on, or doing the things we worked on this week, just playing in those dirty areas. I think our defensive game, our breakouts, possession time has all been really good. So just kind of building off that and adding in that little grittiness into it.
Your goalie, back-to-back NCHC goalie of the leagues. How you guys looking to get pucks past him this weekend?
Yeah, we've always actually had pretty good success against him. So we're hoping to just kind of build off that, get him moving, and hopefully put some behind him.
What are the positives you take out of the road sweep against Northern Michigan?
I mean, it's always great to sweep on the road, no matter who it is. We're gonna have to do that this year, and we're gonna get good splits. So it's good to learn to be able to win on the road.
You kind of left through the independent era, and now you have your first in-conference game. What does it mean to you and this program as a whole, especially the guys who have been through that?
Yeah, I mean, we've been looking forward to it for a long time. I know when I came in as a freshman, the goal was always to get into a conference, and for it to finally happen and it be the best conference in my final year, it's a dream come true.
How do you feel about your first 8 games being a Sun Devil playing at the college level?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome. I think the biggest thing for me and all the freshmen is just kind of continue to learn from not only the coaching staff, but kind of the older guys and leaning if you have any questions. But like I said, I think the first 8 games have been pretty good for our team, and we're looking forward to going in this weekend.
Who have been some of those veterans that kind of taken you under their wing and have helped you out?
I think just for me personally, I think the D-men like Becker and Murch and Schmag, just some older guys that, like I said, questions on the bench mid-game, you got something to think about, and kind of just lean on them in a way.
How has it been communicating with the other freshmen as well, and kind of taking part to their games and learning the college scene and on and off the ice with them?
Yeah, it's been awesome. We've all been here since the summer, so we're pretty close, and overall in the locker room, we're a close group. So, like I said, going home, leaning on each other, and kind of just like learning about the game. And obviously, there's an adjustment period to college hockey, but I think we've all done a pretty good job.
What's something that you've learned about yourself as you started college and playing?
I think just kind of the speed and maintaining it, kind of just for the full 60 minutes. Kind of just maintaining that high speed, like I said. Everything's going to be quicker at the next level as you progress, and kind of just learning off that and maintaining that through the full game.
Through 8 games, have there been any adjustments where you've been like, okay, this is you mentioned speed, but this is a difference from the juniors now here in college level?
I would say probably just the passing, but that kind of contributes to the speed as well. Kind of just the pace and how aggressive and fast the next level is, like I said, is probably the biggest difference.